Hello, I'm Charlie. I'm 27 years old. I'm a new mother to a beautiful baby girl called Ariana. I used to read stories here because they helped me connect with different situations and give me strength. I shared my story with anyone who might have needed it. As I mentioned, I am pregnant, but here's the catch. I don't have much support, not even from my husband. My aunt is the only one standing by me. Now, let us start from the beginning. I have been married to Harry for 2 years. He worked on a cruise ship, which provided an average income, enough to cover our expenses. However, he was away most of the time. It felt like he was at home for a month and then gone for 2, which left me feeling quite lonely sometimes. But I knew what I had signed up for in this marriage. When Harry was home, though, it was worth it. He made me feel incredibly special, and we used to go on fun dates, keeping our relationship and ourselves youthful. At some point, we thought it would be great to welcome a baby into our lives. We were open to the idea. A single phone call from my sister-in-law Iris was all it took to change everything. Now, let me introduce you to another character in my life story, my sister-in-law Iris. She was happily married but had been struggling with infertility for many years. One day, while Harry was here with me, we received a call from Iris inviting us over for dinner and mentioning that it was going to be a very special occasion. We grabbed a Calavita Pinot Noir as we made our way to their house for the evening. It wasn't an unusual Iris dinner party because she had gone the extra mile this time, preparing a full 3-course meal herself instead of the usual takeout she ordered in the name of dinner.
Iris, this meal is incredible. Thank God. It's not like the time you tried to make that lasagna with the cookbook upside down, remember?
Oh, how could I forget? At least tonight's meal is right side up. What about your special announcement, Iris? You have got our attention. Guys, we're really going to have a baby. I am pregnant.
I can't believe this.
Oh my God, Iris, I'm so happy for you. I'm finally going to be an aunt.
Thanks, guys. We've had our fair share of hardships, but yes, it's finally happening. Have you told Mom and Dad yet?
Not yet, but I will soon.
I hope it's a boy. I'm going to make him the biggest Philadelphia Eagles fan.
Well, I hope he takes after his uncle in some other ways too, Harry. I was genuinely happy for Iris. Harry and I have been married for 2 years, and Iris has been trying for a baby ever since then. We opened the bottle of wine to celebrate, toasting to her newfound joy.
To Iris and Dan, and to the little Eagles fan on the way, may this journey be filled with love and touchdown celebrations.
Harry was set to leave for work the very next day after the memorable dinner at Iris's place. It was not an unusual occurrence. He often went away for months at a time, working on the cruise ship. I was accustomed to his departures, but this time felt different. So there I was, lying in bed, feeling queasy and all sorts of weird. It was not my typical post-Harry departure blues. I mean, I could usually sulk around a bit, watch some Netflix, and maybe indulge in a tub of ice cream or two, but this was different. As the day dragged on, I realized I couldn't shake off the nausea. Every smell seemed amplified, and the mere thought of food made me want to hurl. It was like my stomach had turned into some kind of rebellious monster. Plus, there was this gnawing feeling in the pit of my belly. Not sadness, more like, well, I was not sure what it was. Then it hit me. My menstrual cycle had been playing tricks on me lately. I had always been like clockwork, but recently I had gotten all wobbly. It was late, and that was unusual. The pieces of the puzzle were slowly falling into place, and I could not ignore the possibility any longer. I needed answers, so I mustered up the energy, dragged myself out of bed, and decided to make a quick trip to the store. Arriving at the store, I made a beeline for the family planning aisle. It was a booth familiar and foreign to me at the same time. I picked up a pregnancy test kit. I rushed back home, my heart pounding in my chest. Once inside, I carefully read the instructions on the pregnancy test.
I knew I had to wait for a few minutes, but those minutes felt like an eternity. To be sure, I took the second test from the pack and repeated the process. 2 lines again. I felt a rush of different emotions. I was surprised, happy, and a bit nervous. I had just found out that I was pregnant, and it was a big, unexpected change in my life. Harry was far, and he had no idea about this exciting news. I could not wait to tell him about it. I called Harry as soon as I got out of the bathroom. "Hey, I know you're probably busy with work, but there's something important I need to tell you."
"What's going on, honey?"
"I am pregnant."
"Seriously? You must be joking."
"Why do you sound upset? Aren't you happy about it?"
"Happy? Really? Iris just shared her news, and now this? You know how hard she has tried. It seems like you are stealing her spotlight."
"Harry, please listen to me. I did not plan this, and I certainly didn't want to steal anyone's spotlight. It's just that—"
"Charlie, how could you be so careless? You were stealing the thunder from Iris, who's been trying for years, and you just waltz in with this unexpected pregnancy? Well, you should have thought about Iris before letting this happen. You're being selfish, Charlie. I am sorry, dear, but this is going to be a problem. I know my sister."
"Harry, I never meant for this to happen like this. I just need your support, not your anger."
"Support? You're making a mess of things, and you want me to support you? You're ruining everything for Iris. She is my sister, and she was a part of my life before you were. Let's get one thing straight. This baby isn't happening."
"What do you mean?"
"It means you are getting rid of it."
"So you want me to kill our baby?"
"Don't put it like that. I'm coming home for Christmas, and by then, I need you to take care of it. Don't inform anyone else about this situation. Go by yourself, or with friends, or whoever you want, but keep it a secret from my family."
I was seriously shaken by Harry's reaction. This was the guy I had been sharing my life with, and he was acting like a total stranger. I had tears streaming down my face, and I could not believe how cold and heartless he was being. But you know what? As I cried my eyes out, I realized something. I couldn't go through with the abortion. No way. I could not be as heartless as Harry seemed to be. This was the baby we were talking about. So even though I felt all alone at that moment, I made up my mind. I was going to keep that baby, no matter what. I was going to protect and love that little one, no matter how tough things got. I decided to let Harry cool off and explain everything to him when he got back for Christmas. When he asked me what I had decided over the phone the next day, I fibbed and said I'd do something about it. It was just a temporary thing to keep the peace until we could have a real talk about our future and our baby's future. So, Christmas had finally rolled around, and I had the in-laws over at our place. Camille and Mark, to be precise. We were all set for a jolly holiday gathering, but there was a cloud hanging over my head, and his name was Harry. Harry's flight got delayed, which, in hindsight, might have been a blessing because it gave me some time to mentally prep for what was about to go down. Iris and Dan were also supposed to join, so the family was almost all here. But here's the thing. Harry and I weren't exactly on cloud 9 at that point. There was this tension between us. The kind you could practically slice with a butter knife. You could sense it. It was like a ticking time bomb. Enter Camille in her infamous eggnog martinis.
"Iris, none for you, dear." "My hands are locked, Mom."
"Charlie, you not having any?"
"Not feeling like it today."
"You're trying to be cautious with alcohol, Charlie? Is there a reason for that?"
I'm just not in the mood."
"I cannot believe you, Charlie. You're such a bad liar."
"Let us not make a big fuss, Harry. No need for a scene."
"You just don't take my words seriously, do you?"
"What has been going on between the two of you?"
"Charlie is pregnant, everyone."
"What? Are you serious?"
"I know you would be hurt, and that's why I tried to keep it away from you, Iris."
"I'm sorry, Charlie, but this was going to be my time to shine. Why are you trying to get in the way?"
"We are not keeping it anyway."
"You did not get to decide that."
"We thought you would consider our feelings, Charlie."
We just thought you'd understand our side too, but you're an attention-seeking, self-centered woman.
Yes, we are all family after all. We should make decisions together.
I do not feel well. I need to leave.
Perhaps, Charlie, it's time to think about what is best for all of us and make the right choice.
Dealing with all that family drama was just too much for me. I felt totally overwhelmed. They were all terrorizing me to get rid of the baby. The pressure was just too intense. I was seriously taken aback by how self-centered and unfeeling Harry's family could be. So the day after Harry went back to work, I did something I never thought I would. I told him I had the abortion, even though I hadn't. It was a huge lie, and it weighed on my conscience, but I felt like I had no other choice. I needed a way out. That's when I turned to my Auntie Hillary, the one person who had always been there for me. Aunt Hillary had always been my rock. She stepped up to raise me when my dad passed away from cancer when I was just 10 years old. My mom could not handle the grief and chose to end her own life, leaving me with my Auntie Hillary. She never married or had children of her own, and we became each other's family. She was the one who stood by me through thick and thin. And I will never forget that. Auntie Hillary was the one who walked me down the aisle when Harry and I got married. And now when things were getting tough with Harry's family pressuring me, I knew she would be there for me. I decided to make that call to Auntie Hillary, packed a bag, and left Harry's place. I told Harry that I needed some time away at my aunt's place to cope with grief after losing a child. He did not seem to care much and told me to do whatever the hell I wanted. Auntie, I don't know what to do. It has been a nightmare. I'm pregnant and everyone, especially Harry's family, is pressuring me to abort the baby.
Tell me everything.
You know I'm here for you. You remember Iris, right? Harry's sister? Well, she's finally pregnant after years of trying, and everyone in the family is ecstatic about it. When they found out about my pregnancy, it was like the world came crashing down on me.
What does Harry say about all this?
Harry, he's not on my side, Auntie. He wants me to abort our baby, saying I'm stealing Iris's special moment. It's like he is a completely different person. I just cannot believe his family's attitude. I'm so sorry you're going through this, sweetheart. You have every right to make your own choices. I understand this is not my relationship, but I believe you should not go easy on him, considering that a man who does not honor your body might not value your marriage either. I'm here to support you, and you can stay here as long as you need. For the next 7 months, I immersed myself in a self-imposed exile, cutting off all contact with Harry. He seemed to have distanced himself from the entire situation. With Aunt Hillary by my side, I found the support I needed. As my pregnancy progressed, I experienced all the expected phases. The morning sickness that felt more like all-day sickness, and the gradually expanding belly, and the incredible sensation of my baby's movements within me. These moments were both magical and overwhelming. Harry's behavior during those 7 months was shocking. He did not seem to care at all. He did not check up on me, didn't apologize for how he and his family treated me, and didn't show any real concern for our relationship. It felt like he was erasing me from his life, along with our unborn child. Even when he thought I had gone through with the abortion, he did not seem to feel any remorse. He never asked me about how I was doing, emotionally or physically, or what I had been through. His indifference hurt me more than his family's attempts to pressure me into having an abortion. I made up my mind. I would file for divorce the very day our child entered the world. However, my hate was not limited to Harry. It was also Harry's family. I was also mad at Iris. I could not forget how she, along with the rest of Harry's family, had pressured me into abort my baby, and how she had thrown tantrums at the Christmas dinner. I was 45 days away from my due date when Harry texted me. Harry's message about Iris's baby shower came as a surprise. It had been months since we last communicated, and he had not shown any interest in our life during that time. Yet here he was, texting me about his sister's baby shower.
Charlie, you need to come to Iris's baby shower. It is important, and make sure you bring an expensive gift. We need to show her that you are apologetic. Also, there is this bakery. I have ordered a $500 cake. Pick it up on your way here and pay for it. I'll send you the address to the bakery and the venue.
I could not believe Harry's audacity. His text about attending Iris's baby shower and buying expensive gifts for her felt like a slap in the face. Not to mention his request for me to foot the bill for a $500 cake. But then I had an idea. A plan that would turn the tables on both Harry and Iris. It was time to make my presence known and let them know that I had not gone through with the abortion they had pressured me into. I decided to attend the baby shower, and it would be a revelation for both of them. It was time to dim their so-called spotlight and shine a light on my own strength. I was dead set on making a splash at Iris's baby shower, and my choice of outfit was a big part of my plan. I went for a tight-fitting maternity dress that would proudly display my baby bump. I wanted to make a grand entrance, one that no one would forget about. As for that expensive cake Harry was bugging me about and gifts for Iris, I completely ignored them. This was my moment to take control, not follow their demands. I decided to show up fashionably late, really embracing the whole maternity aspect of it. It was going to be a dramatic entrance, and I was determined to catch Harry and Iris off guard. I have had enough of being pushed around, and it was time to let them know I would not be pushed any longer. I headed to the baby shower, ready to make a bold and unapologetic statement. The baby shower was held in an open garden venue, and as I made my way there, I could spot familiar faces in the crowd. From a distance, I could see Iris and Dan chatting happily at one table, and at another, there was Harry, Mark, and Camille. As soon as I entered, some of the other guests noticed me and began congratulating me on my pregnancy. It was a warm welcome from people who genuinely cared, but just a minute later, Harry's gaze fell upon me, and he looked absolutely furious. Without hesitation, he began pacing over to where I stood.
I can't believe this! Didn't you handle it?
Harry, I care about our child, unlike you. I won't engage in family drama that's more suited for high school.
Look at you. I just thought you grew a belly. Seems like you grew some tongue, too. Come with me.
Don't you dare touch me, Harry.
It's fine, everyone. Just a little misunderstanding.
I caught everyone's attention. Iris, Dan, and Camille rushed over to me. Harry, you assured me she had taken care of it.
She deceived me.
She's your wife. You should have some control over her. Seriously, Camille, Iris, I can't believe it. Both of you are women. Camille, you have had 2 children, and Iris, you understand the struggle of trying to conceive, yet you are both here asking me to terminate my pregnancy.
People are listening.
I don't care if people are listening. They should realize that they're celebrating a woman who's going to become a mother while she asks another woman to end her pregnancy.
Shut up, Charlie, or it will get ugly for you.
And Harry, you, trying to end your own child's life? And when you thought I did it, you didn't even care about me. Well, your entire family is messed up. This is my body, my baby, and my decision.
Guys, you don't know the whole situation. It's not just about that.
Then what is it about, Harry? Explain to me, because I don't see any justification for your behavior. Maybe it's time this family had a wake-up call. I won't be part of this hypocrisy. You know what? I swear to God, after the baby's here, I'm filing for a divorce.
You have to be joking, for God's sakes.
I'm not. Well, bye, everyone, and cheers to you, Iris. I find myself typing away as I sit here. A few months after welcoming my little one into this world, it has been quite a journey. And I thought I'd share my story. You see, sometimes you have to stand up for what you believe in, even if it means causing a bit of a scene. Having Ariana was the greatest gifts God has given me. Aunt Hillary was by my side at every step of the whole giving birth process. The day I gave birth to Ariana, I knew it was time to file for a divorce. So, without wasting any time, I called my lawyer and did the deed. I called Harry to let him know the birth of his daughter, along with the news of our divorce. Harry, well, he was trying to apologize, telling me he would be damned if I leave him, but I realized that perhaps no other woman would put up with his, let's call it pathetic mindset like I did for all those years. I'm looking ahead to this new chapter in life, filled with challenges of motherhood, with the support of those who genuinely care about me and my baby. I have got cold feet about raising Ariana, but I think I have got this.